The story opens on a warm Lagos morning. Helicopters hover above the coastline, camera crews flood the streets. It's the wedding of the year. Chief Damilola Adesina, one of Nigeria's youngest billionaires, is finally marrying Tenny Cole, daughter of a political family. Everything looks perfect. The media calls it a royal union. But miles away, in a crumbling flat in Ejiji, Tomola Adebayo struggles to feed his sick mother. Amaka coughs weakly on a mat, clutching an old photograph, a younger version of herself beside a smiling Damilola, back when he wasn't yet a billionaire. "Mommy," Tommy whispers. "Who's that man?" Her lips tremble. "That's someone who once promised never to forget us." As her fever worsens, she gasps, "If I die, go to him, Tommy. Tell him the truth. Tell him you're his son." At that same moment, the mansion buzzes with celebration. Dammy laughs with his groomsmen, but when his phone rings, an unknown number, he frowns and silences it. The call comes again, and again. Finally, he answers irritated. "Hello? Who's this?" A shaky young voice replies, "Please, is this Chief Damilola? Mommy said you're my father, and she's dying." Dammy freezes. The entire room seems to fade. He ends the call immediately, convinced it's a scam. But guilt begins to gnaw at him. The boy's tone, the way he said "Daddy," haunts him. He can't shake it. Meanwhile, Tommy rushes to find help, but his mother slips into unconsciousness. Desperate, the boy grabs her old phone again. He scrolls through her messages until he finds a contact saved as "My love." He dials again. "Please, sir," he cries through the static. "Mommy's not breathing. She said you would come." But on the other end, the billionaire's best man snatches the phone and laughs. "Bro, scammers are bold these days. Don't ruin your mood. It's your big day." Dammy forces a smile, but his heart, heavy and restless, refuses peace. By nightfall, the boy makes a vow. If his father won't come, he will go to him. And so, barefoot and heartbroken, Tommy begins a journey that will shake the entire city. Morning of the wedding. Luxury cars roll into the Adesina estate. The entire nation watches live. Tenny looks stunning, Dammy handsome, every frame screams perfection. But just as guests begin to fill the garden, a security guard stops a ragged boy at the gate. "Hey, you can't enter here. What are you doing?" Tommy, drenched and shivering, holds up a crumpled photo. "Please, sir, I need to see him. He's my father." The guards laugh. One slaps his shoulder. "Your father? Chief Dammy? You think you can just walk in here and claim that?" Tommy pleads. "She said he'd remember her if he saw this." He opens a small locket. Inside is a faded picture of Dammy holding a newborn baby. The guard hesitates. Another, amused, snatches it. "You made this on Photoshop?" They toss him aside. Cameras flash nearby, but no one pays him any attention. Just another street boy seeking attention at a celebrity event. Tommy sits outside the gate, sobbing, whispering to the clouds, "Please, God, just one chance." Inside, Dammy tries to smile for the cameras, but when he turns, he catches sight of something through the glass, a small boy sitting at the gate, holding a photo that looks painfully familiar. His mind races. Could it be? Before he can move, the ceremony begins. The priest starts, "Dearly beloved." But the uneasy feeling only grows. Outside, chaos erupts. Tommy runs past the guards, shouting, "Daddy! Daddy, stop!" Guests turn. The cameras catch it. Gasps fill the air. The boy crashes into the wedding aisle, clutching the photo, tears streaming down his face. "Please don't marry her. Mommy is dying." The crowd goes silent. Tenny stares, humiliated. Dammy freezes, eyes locked on the locket in the boy's trembling hands, the same one he gave Amaka over a decade ago. "Who are you?" he whispers. The boy looks up, voice breaking. "I'm Tomoa, your son." The news spreads like wildfire. Billionaire's wedding stopped by a poor boy claiming to be his son. Dammy sits in his car, trembling. His mind flashes back to the early days, a small clinic in Ibadan, a young nurse named Amaka who believed in him when he was nobody. They were inseparable until his ambition drove him to Lagos, promising to return. But he never did. Now that promise has come back to haunt him. Ignoring his managers and the press outside, Dami drives straight to the address Tommy gives him, a rundown building, barely standing. Inside, he finds Amaka pale and motionless. Tommy kneels beside her, holding her hand. When Dami walks in, she opens her eyes weakly. "Dami," she whispers. "You came." He drops to his knees. "Amaka, I'm sorry. I didn't know." She smiles faintly. "I knew you'd become great. I just wanted him to know his father." Tears stream down Dami's face. "Please don't leave. I'll get you the best doctors, But she shakes her head. "It's too late for me. Just don't let him grow up feeling forgotten." As her breathing slows, she places Tommy's hand in his. "He's your legacy, Dami, not your wealth." Her final breath escapes, and silence fills the room. Tommy bursts into tears. Dami holds him close, sobbing, whispering, "You're not alone, my son. Never again." Weeks later, the headlines change. Billionaire cancels wedding, adopts poor boy as his own, builds hospital in late lover's memory. In the final scene, Dami stands beside Tommy at the grand opening of the Amaka Memorial Children's Hospital. The boy smiles shyly as cameras flash. Dami puts an arm around him and says to the crowd, "She gave me a second chance to love right, and I won't waste it again. They called me a poor boy. But that day, I found something richer than gold, a father's heart."